2. The return of Iya Kemi. Months passed since Iya Kemi disappeared into the forest. The village had never truly recovered. Though her food stand was long gone, the memory of her cursed meals still haunted the people like a lingering bad dream. Some of the villagers who had grown rich from her food had gone mad, while others simply vanished. Adais, the young girl who had lied about her virginity, remained frozen, sitting like a statue beneath the mango tree beside her mother's hut. No one could move her. Her eyes didn't blink, but every midnight her mouth moved slightly, as if she was whispering a warning no one could hear. Then came the whispers. Children said they saw a woman in white, barefoot, walking through the village at night, carrying a black pot on her head. They said she hummed a song that made your ears bleed if you listened for too long. The elders dismissed it at first, saying it was just fear playing tricks on them, until one day a hunter went missing. His friends followed his trail deep into the forest. They found his machete, his shoes, and one last thing, a single bowl of steaming hot rice sitting in the middle of a clearing, still warm, still smelling of pepper and palm oil, but the hunter, gone. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Iya Kemi stood before a giant tree shaped like a skull. This was the true home of the Midnight Coven. She had been summoned, not to serve, but to be judged. You fed the pure, the spirits hissed. You broke the oath, the balance is broken. I did not know, Iya Kemi begged. She lied to me. But the spirits didn't care. They were hungry. With the power of Agbon Rin now loose, the coven was growing stronger. They no longer needed a food to feed. They could now take souls directly. However, one ancient witch, Mami Odu, the oldest of them all, offered her a choice. You brought this evil. You must cleanse it. Return to the village. Find the girl. She holds the curse. End her life, or the entire village will fall into darkness. Iya Kemi was horrified. Kill Adais, the innocent girl, but if she didn't, Agbon Rin would rise fully. And once that happened, nothing could stop him. Back in the village, strange things began to happen. Cows gave birth to snakes. Rivers flowed backward. People saw their dead relatives walking around at night, knocking on doors and asking for food, and still, Adaizi sat frozen. One night, during a heavy thunderstorm, Iya Kemi returned. She looked older, thinner, and her eyes glowed slightly in the dark. She wore no shoes. Her hair was wild. In her hand was a black knife made of bone. She walked straight to where Adaizi sat, surrounded by fearful villagers. They parted like water, too terrified to stop her. She knelt before Adaizi. Tears streamed down her face. I am sorry, child. I fed you evil, and now I must take it back. She raised the knife. But before she could strike, Adaizi blinked. For the first time in months, she moved. She looked straight at Iya Kemi and spoke in a voice that wasn't hers. Too late. He is already here. The sky split open with thunder. The ground trembled, and rising from the earth was a shadow with long arms, sharp fingers, and glowing red eyes. Agbon Rin. He let out a scream that shook the heavens, and with one step, the ground beneath the village cracked. Fire erupted from the forest, and the air became thick with the smell of burnt flesh and blood. Iya Kemi turned to face him. She held the knife high, ready to fight. You will not take them, she whispered. And then she charged.